What's up folks, my name is Felix, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to talk about the 99% confirmed rug pull of Zayonis. And I want to bring this series also to my English YouTube channel because I started this one on my German YouTube channel where I call out projects which are, in my opinion, clearly rug pulls or potential scams. And today we want to talk about Zayonis, the massive red flags which the project had right from the beginning, and what you should do right now. So the first thing I wanted to mention here is if you are an investor in Zayonis and you created an account and therefore you have to create a password. If you use this password in other platforms as well, you should immediately change all these passwords because there is a potential that Zayonis can see your password and use it to log in into other platforms and hack your accounts. So you should now, if you have a password which is similar or the same to other serious platforms which you use on a daily basis, change those passwords. The next thing, if we jump into the platform, we want to take a look at the massive red flags I mentioned in the beginning. So what Zayonis basically claimed to be an arbitrage bot system where you can rent one of those Zybots. There have been 6 different packages, so 6 different time periods from which you could choose from 4 hours up to 30 days. And of course, as always in these platforms, the longer time period you choose, the higher your returns are. And these returns are paid out every 4 hours. So basically, in the lowest plan, it was around 0.7, 0.8% per day. And in the 30-day spot, it was over 2% a day. You had the option to deposit in different cryptocurrencies. By the way, if you have deposited, let me know the contract address which you have deposited to. So not your own wallet address, but rather the contract address, and post it down in the comment section because I want to track those wallets where the money went. I personally was not invested in this one because I saw these red flags and I saw this going down within the next days and weeks. And why did I see this going down? Because of the marketing campaign which they did. So there were a lot of YouTube videos, and we can see some of the videos are not available anymore because the creator probably deleted it. And if we jump over to YouTube, we can see they had a massive marketing campaign here in Germany as well as in the English speaking market and also Italian and all the other different languages. And all this marketing happened within the last 7 to 14 days. And the worst thing about this marketing is not the marketing itself. It was that these YouTubers, or at least 90 to 95% of the YouTubers who promoted this thing, got paid into the platform balance. So they have not been paid out in USDC or USDT to their wallet. No, they have been paid in the balance in the platform. That basically means they paid for marketing without paying for marketing. Because this was just a virtual balance which you saw in the videos of the YouTubers, of the creators, or on all the other platforms as well. And this big marketing campaign was probably only possible because they didn't have to pay any money out. And basically you as a viewer, you as a follower, you paid the returns of the YouTubers, of the influencers. And that, in my opinion, was the biggest red flag I ever saw in such kind of arbitrage trading bot projects. And the only person who earned was, of course, the creator of the platform and the influencer or the YouTube video creator or whatever it was. Yeah, and this marketing mechanic was the only reason why this project made this big waves and literally everyone covered it. So, of course, I should mention at this point that a lot of people said that there was a big risk in this platform. And as we all know, these platforms run until they don't. They process withdrawals until they don't. And I think, in my opinion at least, these days of arbitrage trading platforms are over. We saw the trend beginning with Stable Fund last year. Then we had a lot of projects like Rely Fund, like Alpha Capital, like Yield Robot, and all these other platforms. And all of these were literally scams. And then the first bigger rug pull because of all this hype was Circulate Money. And now these platforms rug pull within the first week, first 2 weeks, first 3 to 4 weeks when they launch. And when do they rug pull? Usually when there is a peak of deposits or when the peak was reached and the balance is declining. And that's most of the time when they pull the plug and run with the money in their bags. So I'm not saying you can't earn money in those projects, but the risk to reward ratio has lowered that much from the beginning of these kind of projects that I don't want to get involved in these projects anymore. I played them as well, but I played them for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, and then I got out. And that's why you should always pay attention to if your capital is locked, which time period you choose, and who is behind the project, what is the marketing doing, and how are they doing the marketing, as I mentioned before already. So let's talk about the real-time Zaybot transactions. As you can see here, they showed that they were trading from centralized exchange to centralized exchange. And obviously, if you go to YouTube and spend 3 minutes of your time, you can code things like this, things like you see in the background yourself. So this is a complete scam. And if you see such things in the future, you should be very, very skeptical, because 99% of the time, these are complete scams. So these were the insights which I wanted to give you on the platform and all the red flags. Now I wanted to show you a Medium article. And if you see Medium articles like this with like an amazing arbitrage trading system with over 2% a day, you should immediately know that this is a complete scam. Also, if we go over to Trustpilot and see those reviews, and people mention, yeah, the withdrawals are working, the withdrawals are working. Yeah, they are working until they don't. And most of the time, they work perfectly. Every single day, every single hour, you could withdraw your profits in such kind of projects. So don't let yourself be influenced by such kind of reviews, because Trustpilot is basically a platform where the creator of the topic can change all the reviews. It can delete bad reviews and add bots who write good reviews, so don't pay attention to those Trustpilot reviews. Please don't. And now, as we talked about Zayonis, I want to mention a very similar platform which is already running for several weeks, but I think it will Rugpull as well, because as always in these platforms, there is kinda cascade effect. People get skeptical if one platform scams and start to withdraw from other platforms. And Apex 1 AI, as you can see in the background, is very, very similar to Zayonis. And that's why if you are invested in Apex 1 AI, I'm not giving financial advice, but it's now time to think about withdrawing your capital immediately. And this is just one of many examples which are currently on the market and are paying out until they don't. And you should pay attention to what's going on in the overall market to expect the future runtime of other projects and to take in consideration when it's the right time to get out. So if you were invested in Zayonis, you should expect to get no more funds out of the platform, because this is a rug pull, a scam, and all of the investors will not see any of their money ever again. So that should do it on the talk about the Zayonis rug pull today. If you don't want to miss such kind of videos where I expose projects, you might want to subscribe to my channel. I of course also bring projects to your attention which are not Ponzi's, not scams, and you might check them out on an almost daily basis here on my channel. If you liked today's video, it would be great if you can hit the like button. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Let's get this crypto.